We will now hear from the speaker of the day. And he is a no-nonsense speaker, and he's always comes straight from the scripture. And he is none other than Brother Damani Wade. Welcome him, please.
Shalom, Yisra'el. I saw the light. A famous Jamaican musician said, "No, you see the light. You have to stand up for your right." And Yisrael's right is the right to salvation, is the right to dwell in Jerusalem and to boot out the fake Jews who say that they are from the tribe of Yahuah and are not. The persons who Revelation call the synagogue of Satan. So Yisrael is seeing the light. And so I encourage Yisrael to stand up for the right. And how do you stand up for that right? By walking righteously, living according to the instructions found in the Torah. Hallelujah. All right. So today we are going to look at Ezra. Ezra had an encounter where he was afforded the opportunity to ask questions of the Creator and have them answered. Questions that you and I would ask if we got the chance. Questions that a man like Brother Brady would ask me, and I would tell him that he is to live a righteous life. And when he sees the Creator's face, ask him himself, because I do not know. Questions that I cannot answer. And you know that we here at the Assembly of Yisra'el, we do not try to answer things that we don't know. We simply say, I do not know. And by the way, I see some new faces, some new names on YouTube. Welcome to you all. If at any point you feel as if you need to speak with someone from this assembly, then please feel free to reach out to myself or Pastor Hall. Pastor Hall's number is 330-8325. So that's 876-330-8325. And my number is 876-568-0897. Last week I would have given my number out, challenging some persons to call. This week I'm giving it out for another reason. So if you feel the need to speak to anyone from the Assembly of Israel, please contact myself or Pastor Hall. We are more than happy to have a conversation with you. So let us get right into the meat of the matter, because I am not well and I need to get out of here very quickly. I am coming down with the flu. Mass team at work. So who is Mr. Ezra? Who is Ezra? Ezra, also called Ezra the scribe or Esdras, or Ezra the priest in the book of Ezra, was a Jewish scribe. Who is a scribe? Who is a scribe? A writer. So Ezra wrote for a living. He was a priest and a scribe. So he wrote for a living. What did he write? In Greco-Latin, Ezra is called Esdras. According to the Hebrew Bible, he was a descendant of Sariah, the last high priest to serve in Solomon's temple. And he was a close relative of Yahuah, the first high priest of the second temple. So he's a man from good stock, right? Good stock. So like sensible man coming from good family, good lineage, good connections, big links. He returned from Babylonian exile and reintroduced the Torah in Jerusalem. Big man this. According to one Esdras, a Greek translation of the book of Ezra, still in use in Eastern Orthodox Church, he was also a high priest. Rabbinic traditions holds that he was an ordinary member of the priesthood. Ezra wrote Ezra, Nehemiah, 3 Ezra, 4 Ezra, 1st and 2nd Chronicles, and Malachi. So it's not a piam man we're dealing with, right? Writer, big man. And if you read far enough in the book of 4 Ezra, you would understand that he is the man that is responsible for the Bible that we have today. He was called by Yahuah, and he was there for about 40 days with some men, and he was told the history of the world, and he rewrote Genesis, come all the way back down to Malachi or Chronicles, depending on what translation of the scriptures you have and how they arrange the books. So this is not a piam man. So what was his encounter? So we're dealing with somebody with sense, somebody of credibility. Now Ezra wrote 3 Ezra and 4 Ezra, which you cannot find in the average Bible. Because when the Catholic Church decided to mass publish a Bible, they removed 3 Ezra and 4 Ezra. Today we are going to be looking at a few chapters from 4 Ezra. Ezra's lament, we begin. I want you to follow me carefully because today I need persons from the assembly to learn how to accept things for what they are and not to question the Creator. As far as the heaven is from the earth, as far as the east is from the west, so are my ways and my thoughts far from yours. All right? So 4 Ezra chapter 3, we begin. In the 30th year after the ruin of the city, I was in Babylon. Ezra, was in Babylon, and I laid troubled upon my bed, and my thoughts came up over my heart. So the man stressed out. Israel is in captivity. His people are in captivity. So I'm stressed. Just like how we stress under Andrew Holness government. And it wouldn't be any better under PNP. For I saw the desolation of Zion, and the wealth of them that dwelt at Babylon. And my spirit was sore moved, so that I began to speak words full of fear to the Most High, and said, so man, now nobody else to bawl to but who? Where the man said, don't bawl to me. Bawl to who? Okay. And he said, O Yahuah, Adonai is master, who bear rule. You spoke at the beginning when you did plant the earth, and that yourself alone and commanded the people. And you gave a body unto Adam without soul, which was the workmanship of your hands. And you did breathe into him the breath of life, and he was made living before you. So you are responsible for this great creation, mankind. You led him into paradise, which your right hand had planted before ever the earth came forward. And unto him you gave commandment to love your way, which he transgressed. And immediately you appointed death in him and in his generations, of whom came nations, tribes, people, and kindreds out of number. Can't count them, too much people. Every jackman come from Adam. And every people, verse 8, walked after their own will, and did wonderful things before you, and despised your commandments. So everybody did as they have a like. And again, in the process of time, you brought forth the flood upon those that dwelt in the world and destroyed them. And it came to pass in every one of them that as death was to Adam, so was the flood to these. Nevertheless, one of them you left, a man by the name of Noah, with his family, of whom came every single righteous man. And it happened that when they that dwell upon the earth began to multiply again, and had gotten many children, and became a great people, they began again to be more ungodly than the first. Now, when they lived so wickedly before you, you did choose you a man again from among them. This man was named Abraham. Father Abraham has many sons. Him you loved, and unto him you only showed your will. 15. You made an everlasting covenant with him. Does this everlasting mean everlasting, Brother Brady? We need to look at it. Promising him that you would never forsake his seed. And unto him you gave Yitzchak. And unto Yitzchak also you gave Jacob and Esau. As for Jacob, you did choose him to you and put by Esau. So you tell Esau, say, go one side. And so Jacob became a great multitude. And it came to pass that when you led his seed out of Egypt, you brought them up to the Mount Sinai. And bowing the heavens, you did set fast the earth, move the whole world, and made the depths to tremble, and troubled the men of that age. And your glory went through 4 gates. So now we're seeing some things that we will see also in the book of Enoch. So Yahuah's glory went through 4 gates at that time. 1 gate came forth fire, of another gate came forth earthquake, and of another gate came forth wind, and of another gate came forth cold, that you might give the law unto the seed of Jacob, and diligence unto the generation of Yisra'el, Israel. Watch this now. So, man, I beat around the bush, go around and him, I big up Yahuah, tell Yahuah all of the things that Yahuah did. Hear him now, with him bright self. Yet, you did not take away from them a wicked heart. You do all of these things. But a simple fix to all of the problem, brethren. You could have just take with the wicked heart from the people, you know. Just take out the wicked heart and give them a good heart. Sound logical, don't? Yes, man. From early out, and prevent us all of this misery and problems. That your law might bring forth fruit in them. For the first Adam, the first man, bearing a wicked heart, sinned and was overcome. And so be all they that are born of him. So if I did fix the problem from here, so boss. With all due respect, General. Yeah, the big boss still, you know. But I feel like you mess up. You should have. Father, give me strength. Thus, so hear him now, no? You see, because you never fix it, look what happened. Thus, infirmity was made permanent, and the law also in the heart of the people, with the malignity of the root, so them corrupt from the root, so that the good departed away and the evil remained still. So the times passed away, and the years were brought to an end. Then did you raise up a servant called David? So him continue himself, but you know, fix it, let's say, you know. So we continue. History, whom you commanded to build a city unto your name, and to offer incense and oblations unto you therein. When this was done many years, then they that inhabited the city forsook you, so it only lasts for a time again. And in all things did even as Adam and all his generation had done. For they also had a wicked heart. And so you gave your city over into the hands of your enemies. So now we are here in Babylon. Watch him now. Him say, boss, you tell me something because you give it over to your enemies, you know. But answer me this. Are our enemies' deeds any better? Eh? Is it any better? Are our deeds any worse than Babylon deeds? So how you hand we over to them? That they should therefore have dominion over Zion. No make no sense, bossy. For when I came there had seen the impieties without number, then my soul saw many evildoers in his 30th year, in this 30th year. So that my heart failed me, man. So when I come and I see the nastiness in Babylon, I nearly dropped down. Me never see them as something yet in my life. Remind me when I go to America. Walking through the park. And I saw two individuals. Tongue-tied. And I said, my boss, I get down tonight. And when I look properly, I said, wait. It's two man that. I had to run to the bathroom and I vomit. Never before seen this in my life. Never been seeing this yet. For I have seen how you suffer them sinning, and have spared the wicked doers. Them say, bossy, you angry over to people who worse than we. That means that you have spared the wicked and have punished the righteous, or the one that were not so wicked. Man sound like him a reason out the thing right, don't? You have destroyed your people and have preserved your enemies. That don't make no sense. And have not signified it. I do not remember how this way may be left. Are they then of Babylon better than they of Zion? Or is there any other people that know you beside Yisra'el? Or tell me, which generation have so believed your covenants as Yaakov? And yet their reward appeared not, and their labor have no fruit. For I have gone here and there through the heathen, through the nations, and I see that they flow in wealth. David said, I see the enemy spread him something like a big green bay tree. The wicked. They flow in wealth and think not upon your commandments. Them not business born or feast day. Man gone Sunday, I worship on Sunday. Man I keep him Christmas and him Easter. And him have money can put up paper light. Me can't even pay me light bill, but him have put up paper light. To run up him light bill. What is happening, Yahuah? Where you therefore, the boss, the man, Brother Brady, the man look on the righteous judge and tell himself, weigh the thing because it look like the first time you weigh never weigh good. So put it back in the scale, bossy. Weigh you therefore the wickedness, or wickedness now in the balance. And weigh also the wickedness of them that dwell in the world. And so shall your name nowhere be found. But in Yisra'el himself, when you wait, you're going to see that our one is so heavy, boss. Because we alone call your name. Man, stress out in a bridging. Or when was it that they which dwell upon the earth have not sinned in your sight? Or what people have so kept your commandments? None. You will find that Yisra'el by name have kept your precepts, but not the nations. So the man opened his mouth to question the Creator in a bridging. So you know what must happen now. Yes, man must get a swift response, man. The last man do this name Job in a bridging. And must get a quick answer. Swift response. Chapter 4. The angel that was sent to me, whose name was Uriel, gave me an answer. And he said, watch this now. Your heart, you Mr. Little Man right there, sir, have gone too far in this world. And think you to comprehend the way of the Most High? You pass your place. It's like you live at Portmore and you reach out of Fesco. You pass the turn. You come too far, Bridget. You cross the borderline. Then said I, yea, my master. And he answered me and said, I am sent to show you 3 ways. Watch this now, big man David, little boy. And I am going to set before you 3 similitudes before you. Whereof, if you can declare me 1 out of the 3, I will show you also the way that you desire to see. So all of these questions that you ask me, I will answer them if you can declare 1 of the similitudes that I am going to put before you. And I will show you from where the wicked heart comes, because you want to ask me about wicked heart and why I may never fix it. If you can answer this, I will answer you. And I said, tell on my master. Then said he unto me, 1, measure how much power of fire I burn right here, so. And tell me. Measure the weight of the fire. That is 1. You can do that? You can do that, Brother Brady? Answer me quick now, man. You can measure fire, boss? Me say if you can measure fire. No. Okay. 2, measure me the blast of the wind. Tell me how much kilometers, I don't know what kind of metric them use. How much decibel, yes, Pastor, of wind just pass. You can do that, Pastor? Answer me quick, no, man. No. All right. Number 3. Call me again the day that is past. Call back yesterday. You can call back yesterday, boss? Eh? On TV. Call it back now on the TV, me say. Replay? Oh. You can go back in yesterday, boss? Answer me quick, no, man. Me must tell you, no, me ask you. You don't know. Oh, me can go back in yesterday. So I would get any answer. Then answered Ezra and said, what man is able? Man said, boss, you ask me. Say, madness, you ask me something. No man can do this, boss, so you ask me them thing here. What man is able to do that? That you should ask such things of me? And he said unto me, watch this now. If I should ask you how great dwellings are in the midst of the sea, watch this now, you know. Or how many springs are in the beginning of the deep, the abyss? Or how many springs are above the firmament? Or where are the outgoings of paradise? Where are the gates of paradise that I put this flaming sword to watch? If I was to ask you these things, watch this. You would say to me, I never went down into the deep, nor as yet into hell. Neither did I ever climb up into heaven. Nevertheless, I have asked you but only of fire, breeze, and the day through which you already gone through, boss man. I am asking you about earthly things, things that you have come into contact with, things that you are familiar with, and you cannot answer me. So how you going to question me about my business, boss? You don't know your own business, but you want to know my business? You're fast. You're bright. Of things from which you cannot be separated, and yet can you give me no answer? He said moreover to me, your own things are your things in a boss. And such, these things grew up with you, and you cannot know them. How should your vessel, your little weak frame, your little human body, your little tiny brain, your little tiny mind, how then could you ever comprehend the way of the highest? And the world being now outwardly corrupted to understand the corruption that is evident in my sight. You can't understand my thing, boss. You can't understand my ways. Hear him now. Him understand now, hear him. Boy, bossy. I better we never born. That is his conclusion. You know? Than that we should live still in wickedness and to suffer and not to know why. He answered me and said, I went into a forest. Watch this again now. Because you're still persisting with this thing about suffering and why I'm making you suffer and all of this. And you don't know why you're suffering. Man say, all right, watch this. Since as you now rest the case. I went into a forest, into a plain. And the trees in the forest took counsel. The trees came together, keep big meeting, tree meeting. Them call it tree meeting. That name PTA. Parent Trees Association. Or Plain Trees Association because the trees are in the plain. PTA. Meeting call. And the trees said, come let us go and make war against the sea, that it may depart away from before us, and that we may make us more woods. So we want there to be more forests, but we have to take the land from the sea. So we're going to run with the sea. We'll beat up the sea and run with the sea. The floods of the sea also in like manner took counsel. So seas and oceans and rivers come together now. What do you call this one now? WTA. That's not a PTA now, you know. I don't know what it stands for, but the W water. And they said, come, Let us go up and subdue the woods of the plain, that there also we may make us another country. So we want more space for run as water with enough. The thought of the wood was in vain, for the fire came and consumed it. The thought of the floods of the sea came likewise to nothing, for the sand stood up and stopped them. If you now, Master Ezra, were judge between these two, the sea and the forest, whom would you begin to justify, or whom would you condemn? Ezra answered and said, Verily, it is a foolish thought that they both have devised. For the ground is given unto the wood, and the sea also have his place to bear his floods. Sound sensible, right? Then answered he me and said, You have given a right judgment, but why judge not yourself also? The same judgment go for you, you know, bossy. You pass your place. You don't question me. You pass your place. The sea stay in place. The forest stay in place. Mankind stay in place. The Yahuah stay in place. For like as the ground is given unto the wood, and the sea to his flood, even so they that dwell upon the earth may understand nothing but that which is upon the earth. And he that dwell above the heavens may only understand the things that are above the height of the heavens. Thank you. Then answered I and said, I beseech you, O Yahuah, let me have understanding. For it was not my mind to be curious of the high things. I said, boss, I never mean to pass my place, Let me clarify when I ask you. I only ask of such as pass by us daily. Namely, why Israel is given up as a reproach to the heathen. I said, boss, me not ask about ever, me ask about Israel. And for what cause the people whom you have loved is given over unto ungodly nations, and why the law of our forefathers is brought to nothing, and the written covenants come to none effect. And we pass away out of the world as grasshoppers, and our life is astonishment and fear. And we are not worthy to obtain mercy. What will he then do unto his name whereby we are called? Of these things have I asked. I said, bossy, you talk about heaven and all of this. Me not ask about no heaven, bossy, me ask about Israel. Then answered he me and said, the more you search, the more you shall marvel your wait. For the world hastens fast to pass away, and cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in time to come. For this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities. But as concerning the things whereof you asked me, I will tell you. For the evil is sown, watch this, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. So the evil plant, but the tree is growing, but the fruit not come yet. A lighty tree this in a brethren, 7 years before him give no fruit, Eh? If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. So he's saying that, listen, if you don't break up the ground where the evil is sown and pluck out the evil and throw it away, then you won't see the good. For the grain of evil seed have been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning. So this tree plant long time, brethren. Old tree. And how much ungodliness have it brought up unto this time? And how much shall it yet bring forth until the time of threshing come? Ponder now by yourself how great fruit of wickedness the grain of evil seed have brought forth. And when the ears shall be cut down, which are without number, how great a floor shall they fill? Then I answered and said, how and when shall these things come to pass? I'm not stopping. Why are our years few and evil? And he answered me and said, just calm down, relax. You rush it in. Do not you hasten above the Most High. I say, hold on, man, you're going too far. For your haste is in vain to be above him, for you have much exceeded. You pass the place again. Wait. Did not the souls also of the righteous ask question of these things in their chambers, saying, how long shall I hope on this fashion? Now, this we see in Revelation. The John same see the souls under the altar asking, when is the reward coming? The same thing, Bridget. Ezra prophesied about that long time before the angel tells Ezra about that, long time before Yahuah gave revelation to John. When comes the fruit of the floor of our reward? And unto these things Uriel the archangel, I gave them answer and said, even when the number of seeds is filled in you, for we have weighed the world in the balance. Yahuah said, no, ask me about no when. Me do my measurement from a long time, me weigh it, and it is going to take any amount of time I decide that it is going to take, based on the measurement that I got. You cannot understand this thing here. By measure have he measured the times, and by number have he numbered the times, and he does not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. So it is set for a time, and he will not adjust the timeline to suit anybody. Then answered I and said, O Yahuah Adonai that bear rule, even we all are full of impiety. And for our sakes, peradventure, it is that the floors of the righteous are not filled, because of the sins of them that dwell upon the earth. So he answered me and said, he said, listen, man, you're still persisting with this thing. He said, go and find a woman with child and ask her, when she have fulfilled her 9 months, if her womb may keep the birth any longer within her. So he said, go find somebody who is breeding. Somebody who get baby already. Go and find a mother and ask her if after 9 months she could have kept the child for 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 months. Ezra said, no, boss, me no need to ask them. Me know say the answer is no. He said unto me, in the grave, the chambers of souls are like the womb of a woman. For like as a woman that travail make haste to escape the necessity of travail, so in other words, she well want to drop the load, even so do these places haste to deliver those things that are committed unto them. So he said the same way, or when the lady is pregnant, she have a set amount of time and she cannot wait to deliver the child, but the child cannot be delivered until the time comes. It's the same way how the earth is balling to let go all of the dead that is buried in it. But it have to keep them for the time that is specified. From the beginning, look what you desire to see. It shall be shown to you. Then answered I and said, if I have found favor in your sight, and if it be possible, and if I be meet therefore, show me then whether there is more to come than past already, or more past than to come. Man, not easy. You know? Man, no far in at the timeline we reach because the man tired of the separation, brethren. A pity him never know. Almost 3, 4, 500, 600 years later, we die the same way. The man said, boss, just tell me if more, tell me if him basically ask if we pass halfway, you know. And that basically that him ask, you know. We pass halfway yet, boss? What is past, I know. But what is to come, I know not. And he said unto me, stand up on the right side, and I shall expound the similitude unto you. As you keep on ask questions, I have to give it to you in ways that you can understand, because your little brain now can manage. So I stood and saw, and behold, a hot oven burning passed by before me. And it happened that when the flame was gone, I looked, and behold, the smoke remained still. So the fire done, but there is still smoke. And after this, there passed by before me a watery cloud, and sent down much rain with a storm. And when the stormy rain was past, so that every rain passed and gone, the drizzle remained still. Do rain still a fall. Even though the burial gone with the whole heap of heavy rain, you have a look at drizzle rain. Then he said unto me, consider with yourself, as the rain is more than the drops. Don't, because the rain more than the drops. Don't. The heavy rain. Yes, man. And as the fire is greater than the smoke. But the drops and the smoke remain behind. So the quantity which is passed did more exceed. So the drizzle this week, the man said the drizzle winner. I don't know how it works, because if this is the drizzle, I don't want to in rain. If this is the smoke, I would want to be in the fire. The man said the drizzle this virgin. The Jew rain. Then I prayed and said, may I live? Think you until that time. So he's asking now. He said, boss, so tell me something. Them things are going to come to pass in my time? Because he wants to know, you know. Or what shall happen in those days? He answered me and said, as for the tokens whereof you ask me, I may tell you of them in part. So the things that you asked me before, I could have told you, because when you asked your question, sir, Yahuah sent me unto you with the answers. Now you're gone into another territory. You're asking me about your lifespan. I was not commanded to tell you that, so I cannot tell you. You're gone too far. I am not sent to show that to you, for I do not know it. You have to ask the boss and hope him send me back again. You have to go wheel and come again. He continues. I probably would have done the same, because you have the opportunity of getting some little answers. Probably the answer not as straightforward as you would like, but you're getting something. So me continue. So I answered, watch this now, and said, could you not make those that have been made, and the ones that are being made now, and the ones that are to be made in the future? Could you make it all we one time and just one problem one time, and all we just dead one time and everything one time and done? Good question, this, don't, Brother Brady? It sounds like a your type of man, this, don't? Yes, man, you get a box when you hold you. The man said, why you never do everything one time, that you might show your judgment the sooner? So this is his, you know, the man want the judgment to come, brethren. Hey, he's a righteous man alone can call for judgment day still, you know. You see it? Then answered he me and said, the creature may not haste above the maker. Sister Reynolds, you're talking this, you know. The created don't haste above the creator. Neither may the world hold them all at once that shall be created therein. So, boss, you don't rush this thing here. You want me to pack up everybody from all ages in one, and the world can't hold all of them one time. You just relax, no, man. Relax. And I said, as you have said unto your servant, that you which give life to all have given life at once to the creature that you have created. And the creature bear it, even so it might know also bear them that now be present at once. And he said unto me, ask the womb of a woman, and say unto her, if you bring forth children, so I like mama, who get 12 children, Yahuah is saying to Ezra, go and ask Mother All, why she never pack up all the 12 of them one time and push them out. Brother Brady, I want to be there when you're questioning Yahuah, you know, because I want to laugh, you know. Yes, man. The man said, go ask the mother, why she never pack up all 12 kids and push them out one time? Because you asked me about why me never make everybody one time. And I said, she cannot, but she must do it by distance of time. So he answered the question. You realize he's answering the questions himself. Then said he unto me, even so have I given the womb of the earth to those that be sown in it in their times. Everything is done by time, brethren. Time, in Yahuah's time. Anyways, the boss not finished. Boss gone back in history class. chapter 6. He said unto me, in the beginning, when the earth was made, so it's the angel talking now, because the angel said, all right, you start with the history because you think you know things. You think you know everything because you read Genesis. And you read Exodus, so you think you're bright because you're a scribe. I was there, so let me tell you how it going on. In the beginning, because in your beginning, the angel is saying, in your beginning that you get, in your beginning, this thing here start with Adam. But I am going to tell you about a different beginning. Watch this beginning now. When the earth was made, before the borders of the world stood. So when them tell you you're on a globe, on a ball, madness, you hear what they said before the what? The borders stood. I tell you already that Antarctica is the border of the world. It is not no South Pole. It go right around the earth. It's an ice border. Goes right around the earth. Anyways, we soon go back into that again because I have to go further in that study. Before the borders stood, or ever the winds blew, before it thundered and before it lightened, or before ever the foundations of paradise were laid, before the fair flowers were seen, or even the movable powers were established, sun, moon, and stars, before the innumerable multitude of angels were gathered together, or ever the heights of the air were lifted up before the measures of the firmament were named, or ever the chimneys in Zion were hot, and before the present years were sought out, or ever the inventions of them that know sin were turned, before they were sealed, that they have gathered faith for a treasure. Then did I consider these things. Big man talking now. All of what you're asking me about? Me not even tell you before you're born. How we must say before, tell you before you're born, from you were in your mother's womb. You must say, listen, me not even tell you about no before no mother's womb. Say me I tell you before all the things we even know about, because you don't know about thunder and lightning. You walk and tell people about thunder is when me I draw a chair, and lightning is when me I take picture. Before these things, boss, I considered all of these questions that you are asking. And they were all made through me alone, and me one made them. You never did when me I made them. You weren't there. I made them by myself, and through none other. By me also they shall be ended. So don't come tell me what timeline to work with, boss. I made it. I put it there. I decided when it ends. When to call it to its end. By none other. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder at the time? Saying, left off of that the argument. No, it's all right, boss. Then since you talk about the end, and you say, are you bring it up? No, me bring it up. And you start talk about end times. So tell me now, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? What shall be that period where we know that, all right, we're transitioning now from the former world to the new world, the promised world, the good world. When shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that follow? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Yitzchak, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So you see, all of the people them who are talking about church replace Israel, them not going into that world. Because that world is Jacob's world. That world is Yisrael's world. So all who talk about Israel done with. The hand of man is between the heel and the hand. Hear the angel no. Tell him no, you know. Him say, other questions, Ezra? No ask me no more. Don't ask anything else. All this I have spoken before you, O Yahuah, because you made the world for our sakes. As for the other people which also come of Adam, you have said that they are nothing but be like unto spittle, and have likened the abundance of them unto a drop that fall from a vessel. And now, O Yahuah, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us, and to devour us, But we, your people, whom you have called your firstborn, your only begotten, and your fervent lover, are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes, as you said, boss, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? How long shall our separation endure, Yasharel? Because Ezra asked the questions for us, so we don't need to ask. Ezra asked them. The Catholic Church take it out. We find it. So we get the answer. We don't need to ask. Let us see the answer. Chapter 7. When I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent to me the angel which had been sent unto me the nights before. See him, Uriel. And he said unto me, Up, Ezra, stand up, boy, because he asked question. And hear the words that I am come to tell you. And I said, Speak on, my Elohim. Then said he unto me, The sea is set in a wide place. So remember the question, why sufferation and how long sufferation for Yasharel? Here's the answer. So why do we suffer? Here is the answer. Don't ask me. Don't ask Pastor. This is coming from your Creator. The sea is set in a wide place. Very wide. Man lost a sea for days. I was reading yesterday. They found fishermen that were lost 39 days at sea. Them find them in Honduras. They left Jamaica, run out of gas. Honduras, they find them one dead. Wide place. The sea is set in a wide place. That it might be deep and great. But put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it if he went not through the narrow? How could he come into the broad? And say, hold on, we're not finished. There is also another thing. A city is built and set upon a broad field. The city is full of good things, all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall. So because the city possesses such great things, they have to protect the entrance to the city, brethren. So you see, the entrance to the city is very narrow. So you have fire on the right hand and deep water on the left. And only one man can walk on the bridge at a time. One person at a time. So your big friend can walk and go in the city. To all the path is dangerous to get to the city. Even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if I was to give it to a man for an inheritance, if he never passed the danger set before it, how is he going to receive the inheritance, Brother Brady? You have to find, you have to walk the walk, brethren. You have to walk the path to get the reward. You have to endure sufferation. Not because it was set like that, but because your forefathers sinned. No me say it, watch it. And I said, it is so, Adonai. Then said he unto me, even so also is Yasharel's portion. So the promise to Yasharel is the same. They cannot get it unless they endure something. Because for their sakes I made the world. And when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now is done. Then were the entrance of this world made narrow. So it's at the point when Adam sinned. Yahuah said, hey, dry in the gate. Pull in the gate. It was made narrow. It was made full of sorrow and travail. They are but few and evil, full of perils and very painful. For the entrances of the former world were wide and sure before sin, brethren. Wide you just walk in. So you can't walk in with your hand them stretch out. Toward the gate wide. You and your big friend them. Everybody go in one time. Everybody and them dirty foot friend. And it brought immortal fruit. If then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them. Boss proceed. Boss say, all right, work with the answer there. It's a good answer. I rest my case. What about judgment day? You start, when you listen to his reasoning, you start to realize his concerns. You know, his real concern is the state of Israel. His primary concern is the state of Israel. Now we're going to see some other things coming to the fore. He continues, for it will last about a week of years. This is my judgment, and its prescribed order. And to you alone have I shown these things. I answered and said, O Yahuah Sabaoth, I said then, and I say now, blessed are those who are alive and guard your commandments. But what of those for whom I prayed? So here's the issue now. The man is wondering about him big friend who run with the Sabbath and say, he have to make some money. Man, I fret about him big friend who say, nah, circumcise, too much money for circumcise. Man, I fret about him big friend who living in adultery and dead. So him say, pray for them in the bossy. What about them? For who among the living is there that has not seen the same? I try to make a case for them in the brother Brady. I say, bossy, just take time with them because bossy, the whole are we seeing, you know? Or who among men that has not transgressed your covenant? And now I see that the world to come will bring delight to few, but torments to many. Yahuah said this, right? Broad is the way that leads to destruction, narrow is the path that leads to life, and few enter in. Nothing new. For an evil heart has grown up in us, which has alienated us from Elohim, and has brought us into corruption and the ways of death, and has shown us the paths of perdition, and has removed us far from life, and that not just a few of us, but almost all who have been created. He answered me and said, listen to me, Ezra. When a man answered and said, listen to me, you know, say I'm getting annoyed now. And I will instruct you and will admonish you yet again, because you're not learn. For this reason, the Most High has made not one world, but two. For whereas you have said that the righteous are not many, but few, while the wicked abound, hear the explanation for this. Because you talk about, oh, it seems as if in the new world, we're not going to have no world for people. So it's big party he want to keep, you know. He want everybody pack up in the new world. But it's not like that. It's a select few. This is exclusive party. You have to be invited to this party. You have to come with your ticket. So I'm saying, hear the explanation as to why few people will be in the new world. If you have just a few precious stones, will you add to them lead and clay, Brother Brady? I said, Yahuah, how could that be? Man said, boss, ask me no foolishness. You know, say me couldn't do that. Me couldn't go to that, boss. And he said to me, not only that, but go and ask the earth, and she will tell you. Differ to her, and she will declare it to you. Say to her, you Mother Earth, you produce gold, you produce silver, you produce brass, iron, lead, and clay. But, and notice that silver is nothing than gold, brass nothing than silver, iron is more than brass, and lead is more than iron, and clay is more than lead. So what you notice is the pattern there. The things of lesser value are more. Judge therefore which things are precious and desirable, those that are abundant or those that are rare, he's asking. I said, O Yahuah Sabaoth, what is plentiful is of less worth, for what is more rare is more precious. And we're living in a world where we need to understand these things. When I was younger and I was dating around, I always hated the females. Everybody know them. And then every pan knock they want to be there, every party they want to be there, and popular. There's nothing precious there. There is nothing precious there. You have something you must prize possession. Exclusive, you must know it's me alone. He answered me and said, Weigh within yourself what you have thought. For he who was what is hard to get rejoices more than he who has what is hard to get rejoices more than he who has what is plentiful. That is true, brethren. Who you think rejoice more? A man with 50 Pro Box or a man with one Lamborghini Huracan? Eh? The man with the Lamborghini, once you see him, you know that this man having money, you know, the man with the Pro Box in broke. That's why him have so much Pro Box, if him have sense, him sell all of the Pro Box and go buy the Lamborghini. So also will be the judgment which I have promised, for I will rejoice over the few, brethren. I don't care you talk about numbers. I don't care if the assembly of Israel have 10 people. I will rejoice over the few who shall be saved, because it is they who have made my glory to prevail until now. And through them my name has now been honored. And I will not grieve over the multitude of those who perish. So don't ask me about your dirty foot friend them, who did not walk in my ways. For it is they who are now like a mist and are similar to a flame and smoke. They are set on fire and burn hotly and are extinguished. I replied and said, O earth, what have you brought forth? If the mind is made out of the dust like the other created things, for it would have been better if the dust itself had not been born, so that the mind might not have been made from it. The man said to all the things serious, brethren. I better not even the dust never make, because if the dust never make, then it could make the man or the mind from the dust. But now the mind grows with us, and therefore we are tormented, because we perish and know it. He continues, I answered and said, if I have found favor, bossy, nada in your sight, show me further. Whether on the day of judgment, watch this now, the righteous will be able to intercede for the wicked or to pray to the Most High for them. Will I be able to pray for my wife, bossy, because I tell her she must come to assembly every Sabbath with me. She says she's not coming. My wife, you know, bossy. And me, you know, just give her life for my sake. What about my son? And my boy, you know? How about my daughter? How about my uncle? So he's asking, will you be able to intercede? He said, father for sons, or sons for parents, brothers for brothers, relatives for their kinsmen, or friends for those who are most dear. My best friend. Me tell you, so you must come to assembly. He answered me and said, since you have found favor in my sight, I will show you this also. Watch this. The day of judgment is decisive and displays to all the seal of truth. Just as now a father does not send his son, or a son does not send his father, or a master does not send his servant, or a friend does not send his dearest friend to be sick, or to sleep, or to eat, or to be healed in his place. So him say, boss. Just as how nowadays, I will not send Brother Brady to go and eat some food for me because I am hungry. I will not go and send him to be sick because I am sick or because I don't want to be sick. I do not go and send him. Wait, say. To sleep because I am tired. Is the same way in the day of judgment. You cannot intercede for anyone. So no one shall ever pray for another on that day. No spell no sense you pray, no boss. On that day no make no sense nobody go on no knees to pray. Neither shall anyone lay a burden on another. So you can point and say, is Brady did do this? Why am I telling about him, mother, Father God? For then everyone shall bear his own righteousness and unrighteousness. But Ezra don't left it there. Ezra said, but bossy. Abraham prayed for the inhabitants of Sodom. Moses prayed for the fathers that sinned in the wilderness. Joshua after him for Yisra'el in the time of Achan. Samuel and David for the destruction. Solomon for them that should come to the temple. Elijah for those that received rain and for the dead that he might live, and Ezekiel for the people in the time of Sennacherib. Many people prayed for many. Even so now, seeing corruption is grown up and wickedness increased, and the righteous have prayed for the wicked. Why shall it not be so now also? He answered me and said, this present life is not the end, it abides. Therefore have they prayed for the weak, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past, intemperance is at an end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that has gotten the victory. But Brother Brady, Ezra not ask your question yet, don't? He not ask your question yet, man. But I'm going to ask it. See it here? Not the big question this. Why didn't you stop Adam from sinning? Not the big question that, boss. Tell the truth, man. Don't would ask the question. Yes, man. Ezra continues. I answered then and said, this is my first and last saying, boss. Last question. Last one, may I beg you, please. Hear him now. Would it not have been better to have given the earth unto Adam? That it had been better not to have given. The man's a bossy. You could have found somebody better give earth. The man's a boss. You could have found somebody who you know is not going to sin. Why you use Adam if you know say the man not going to sin? You have them say you could have found somebody better than that, the man. Eh? No, sir. Hey, man is an Israelite. Don't you think it would have been better if you found someone other than Adam to give the earth to? Or else, better yet, boss. Not even that. Since as you already decided that you're giving it to Adam then, when it was given to him, why did you not restrain him from sinning? For what sense it make? Basically, he's asking, when you see it's a what profit, man say, what sense it spell, boss? What sense it makes for men now in this present time to live in heaviness and after death to look for punishment? Boss, you should have stopped it from them time. You shouldn't even bother put no tree. I'm about tree of knowledge of good and evil and said, don't no bother put no tree. Just tree of life alone and we just eat life and we're all right. You're going to put tree of knowledge of good and evil. Him not done him say, oh Adam, what you have done. Man, best brethren. For though it was you that sinned, you are not falling alone. But we all that come of you, the man say, you curse all of it, boss. Father Adam, one man sin and the whole world suffering. This is your question. This is our question. All of us ask this question, brethren. Get a little church, take it out and dash it away. For what profit is it unto us if there be promised us an immortal time? So I must say, bossy, you promise us immortal life. So none of this don't make no sense, you know. Because if you never stop the man from sin, you make we are dead off now. Then what profit is the immortal life? So much people not going to attain it. And that there is promised us an everlasting hope, whereas ourselves being most wicked are made vain. And that there are laid up for us dwellings of health and safety, whereas we have lived wickedly. So I say all of these promises of a heavenly, of a Well, heavenly home, because the kingdom is being built in heaven. It's going to come here on earth, the kingdom of heaven. What is the point of all of this? So much people not going to make it. Then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle, which man that is born upon the earth shall fight. That if he be overcome, he shall suffer as you have said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say. For this is the life whereof Moshe spoke unto the people while he lived, saying, choose life, that you may live. Nevertheless, they believed not him, nor yet the prophets after him. No, nor me which have spoken unto them. There should not be such heaviness in their destruction, as shall be joy over them that are persuaded to deliverance. So in other words, me not gonna answer that. Focus on your job, which is to live a righteous life. Now ask me what Adam. See if you can make sure, say, you make it to the kingdom. Because I can tell you something. All of us here cursing Adam. Adam secured this place. Ask me how I know. Songman would have said, start or did that or died or no. Conclusion. He's finishing now. I answered then and said, I know, Master, that the Most High is called merciful, in that he has mercy. So I'm coming to the realization now that really and truly what should have happened is that should I just kill everything and just do away with it and say, move on with my life. He has mercy upon them which are not yet come into the world, and upon those also that turn to his Torah, and that he is patient, and he suffers long those that have sinned as his creatures, and that he is bountiful. So this is another side to the story when you talk about perspective. So one perspective you're probably looking and say, why did he not do these things? But there's another side where you look at it and you say, but wait, this man is merciful. This man is long suffering, because why him sit down with these wretched people for so long and not kill them off? He multiplies more and more mercies to them that are present and that are past, and also to them which are to come. For if he shall not multiply his mercies, the world would not continue with them that inherit therein. And he pardons, for if he did not sow of his goodness, that they which have committed iniquities might be eased of them, the 10,000 part of men should not remain living. And being judged, if he should not forgive them that are cursed with his word, and put out the multitude of contentions, there should be very few left, perchance in an innumerable multitude. So that is Ezra's conclusion. Got his answers, and him say, well, I guess we have to give thanks because the boss merciful. Could I kill off everybody? Isaiah 55. Seek Yahuah while he is to be found. That we just seen in Ezra a while ago. Because a time is coming, right? When nobody can pray for nobody and you can't pray for yourself either. No, so. Seek him while he is to be found. Call on him while he is near. Let the wrong forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. Let him return to Yahuah, who has compassion on him, and to our Elohim, for he pardons much. So during this time where you can get pardon and mercy and grace, take it. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares Yahuah. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. For as the rain comes down and the snow from the heavens, and do not return there, but water the earth, and make it bring forth and bud, and give seed to the sower and bread to the eater, so is my word that goes forth from my hand, from my mouth. It does not return to me empty, but shall do what I please, and shall certainly accomplish what I sent it for. So the time you take questioning Yahuah's judgment and his reasoning for not doing the things that you in your small mind think would have solved the problem, you better take the time and seek some forgiveness while it is there for you to get. And don't question the Creator. And you notice that it said that the rain falls on the earth and does not return, but science tell you that evaporation send it back up into the sky. No, so science tell you. And farm back clouds, okay. But that is pasa, that is for another time. Jeremiah 29, everybody's favorite scripture. For I know the plans I am planning for you, declares Yahuah. Plans of peace, plans not of evil, plans to give you a future and an expectancy, a hope, salvation. Then you shall call on me and shall come and pray to me, and I shall listen to you. You shall seek me, and you will find me when you search for me with all your heart, and I shall be found by you, declares Yahuah. And I shall turn back your captivity, and I will gather you from all the nations and from all the places where I have driven you, declares Yahuah. And I shall bring you back to the place from which I have exiled you. And finally, brothers and sisters, Micah 7 verse 7, as for me, I took to Yahuah, I look to Yahuah, I wait for the Elohim of my salvation. My Elohim does hear me. Psalm 37:7. Focus on your job. What is your job? Your job is to make your calling and election sure. Don't worry about my job, which is to orchestrate this grand plan. Don't get yourself attached in that. Don't get yourself mixed up in that. That is bigger than you. Focus on your part. Your part is to ensure that you are a part of the grand plan. To ensure that you are one of the treasured possession when all is said and done. Psalm 37:7. Rest in Yahuah and wait patiently for him, because time does all things. Do not fret because of him who prospers in his ways. So don't watch the wicked man, brethren. Because of the man doing wickedness, Mama said, fret not. And my favorite, Habakkuk 2, verse 3. The vision is yet for an appointed time. So it's not your time, Brother Brady. It's not Pastor Hall time. It's not Trudy time. It's not Morgan time or Maxine time. It's not my time. It is an appointed time. Set by who? Yahuah. It speaks of the end. It does not lie. Because man think, because so much people dead and gone and so much people talk about this thing, it not going to happen again because it don't look like it. Look, and change in mind. The man said, if it lingers, wait for it. The souls under the altar are asking when to be. Man said, wait, for it shall come certainly. It shall not delay. Psalm 27 verse 14. Wait on Yahuah. Be strong. Let him strengthen your heart. Your job is to wait, I say, on Yahuah. Do not question the Creator. Focus on your job.
I need not say no more. Who have ears to hear, let him hear. We will sing our closing hymn. And after the singing of this closing hymn, we'll ask Deacon Morris to close in prayer. Hymn 233. Just a closer walk with thee.
Just a closer walk with you. Granted you, God is my plea.
Daily
In
walking
walking
close
close to
to
thee,
thee.
let it be, yeah, let it be. I am weak.
I am weak, but thou art strong.
Yeshua,
Yahuah, keep
keep me
me from
from
all
all
wrong.
wrong.
I'll be satisfied as long.
As I walk, let me walk close to thee. Ooh, just a closer walk with thee. Grant Yahushua is my plea. Daily walking close to thee. Oh, let it be. Dear Yah, let it be. Through this world of toil and snare, if I falter, Yah, who can? Who with me my burden shares? None but you. Oh yeah, none but you. Just the closer, just the closer walk with thee. Granted, Yahshua is my plea. Daily walking close to thee, let it be, dear Yah, let it be. When my feeble life is o'er, time for me will be no more. Guide me gently, safely on, to thy kingdom shore, to thy shore. Do, 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 close, closer, closer, walk with thee. Din, din, din. Granted, Yahshua is my plea. Daily walking close to thee. Let it be. Dear Yah, let it be. Let it be. Dear Yah, let it be.
O great eternal Father, Yahweh, Father, we thank you for this another Sabbath day. We thank you, Father, that you allowed us to be here in your presence, seeking to be closer to you, Father. As the songwriter rightfully said, just a closer walk with you. Father, would like to be as close as possible to you, that in the time that is at hand, we will be reaped and taken back to our rightful place. Father, thank you for the message, Father, and thank you for the messenger. We ask a special blessing upon him, Father, that you will allow him, Father, to keep focus, and that in his searching for your words to deliver to your people, he will be even closer to you. As we all, Father, would like to be close to you. As your children, you are a great, loving, caring God. And we, your children, would like to be in your arms at all times. Father, As we draw closer to the end of this day's worship, we ask, Father, for your continued guidance. As we leave this spot of ground to our separate homes, be with us, be around us, and be all over us. Keep us safe that we'll be in your presence another week, another Sabbath. Father, help us, Father, to be at one with each other wherever we go. Let us be our brother's keeper, Father, and let us love our neighbors as requested by you. Father, whatever there is for us, Father, let us fellowship one with another. Let us be at one as we should, and let us be children of the Most High. Royal family. Let us live royalty, Father, as was enforced in us in the tabernacle seals, that we are royal people. And let us, Father, continue on that road to be royal, that on the right time when it comes, it will be proven that we were walking royalty. Bless us, Father, and whatever has been provided for us, Father, may you bless it. And may you allow it to be of substance to each and every one who receive. And Father, may you bless the hands of those who do the preparation, and let them not grow weary, Father, but give them that physical strength that they require, that they will continue doing your work for your children. Bless our leaders, Father, and bless this, our assembly. And let us, Father, be focused, stay in the Asian path, and try to be closer to you. We ask your blessing upon us all. Through your Son, Yeshua, we say thank you, Father. Amen.
We'll now ask our pastor to do the announcement and the dismissal.
All right, thank you, Deacon Morgan, for steering the boat today, and Brother Wade for your presentation. We continue to look to Yahuah for his guidance as we seek in the path. Thank you all for coming out, those who are here and those who join us on YouTube. Please stand as we dismiss. Yahuah blesses you and keeps you. Yahuah makes his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. Yahuah lift his countenance upon you and give you his peace. You are dismissed.